All right, we back at it. So what I was saying before our uninterrupted break by the Wi-Fi, Jay, right? Jay will do things behind the scenes that for me I'll question like, why is he doing this, right? Because he'll be perceived as a rapper to be like, yo, I'm pro this, I'm pro that, but behind the scenes you're doing some crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm feeling that Drake is the same way. You're so high on the totem pole, bro. You out of here, bro. What are you worried about pushing the Clipse for?
He's not.
I think he is, bro. Why would he stop Kendrick's verse from being?
Because his ass got bodied by Push one time. He don't want to get bodied again.
He stopped it or UMG stopped it?
Who runs UMG, sir?
Look, bro.
Hey, Drake
Who's the
probably let him
top
know.
selling artist at
Look,
UMG?
bro. His name ain't associated with this shit. You're speculating, bro. You out here putting shit in the air, bro. Don't be doing that. You making shit up, bro. This
Y'all
ain't.
really trying to say that Drake don't run UMG?
This isn't
I'm
fact.
saying he does. Our good friend here is saying that he's speculatory.
I'm saying the same facts, bro.
Nah,
I'm just
but
saying
listen,
you
hear
can't
me out.
say
Hear me
that.
out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
I wholeheartedly believe that because of the lawsuit,
Yeah.
I think UMG had to kind of tiptoe.
Yeah.
I think they didn't want to do anything to make Drake even more upset than he already was. Because what is he? He's a cash cow to them. Now, Kendrick came in and did his thing. He's obviously getting them money as well. They got so much money, they ain't worried about it.
Yeah,
right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
Everyone
is
got
that
paid.
everything always leads back to Lawbury. And I don't understand it. You mentioned you
He
heard I
don't
said
like him, bro. If I didn't like you,
Okay.
I'll fucking, you'll take your parking spot, bro, or fucking,
Okay.
hide your favorite pen and shit, bro.
Take your parking spot.
I'm gonna just make your life inconvenient. I can't fucking, take you off of somebody's record, but I'm gonna do whatever's in my power to just make shit difficult for you, because I don't fuck with you, bro. I don't like you.
I just feel like that's whole shit.
You know?
And I feel that now you're messing with other people's paper because you feel a certain kind of
do
way.
something about it.
You're in hip hop, bro. This is hip
Do
hop.
something about it.
This
We
is
know
hip-hop,
Drake-
exactly. You
This
gotta let Drake do
ain't,
his
bro.
thing,
This
man.
this ain't some other shit, bro. So I think it's low hanging fruit for Drake to jump on.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious. We're gonna get some subs in that bitch because if you guys remember. This was like Carter 2 era, right?
Yep.
It's like Carter 1, Carter 2 era. So
Carter 2 and more.
I'm just saying, I'm fascinated
Carter
by
3.
the politicking. And to me, bro, I said shit was going to get spicy. And I'm saying this now because now Young Thug wants to get involved.
Young Thug
And
needs
who?
to sit the fuck down.
Right. But this is what I want Grizz to look up because this was an issue that I had seen a while ago, but I didn't know the facts, so I wasn't going to speak on it.
Yeah.
Pop Smoke, rest in peace. Pop Smoke's posthumous album, executive produced by 50. Push had a verse on the record, and if I remember when the albums come out, the track list came out. We're seeing it. We're like, oh, this guy.
Good.
It was crazy. It was like Push, Gunna, and I think Thug was on the record with Pop Smoke. Like, damn.
Cool. So first it was pushing Gunna.
Oh, it was pushing Gun first.
First.
Okay,
And then Push asked Thug, hey,
jump on it.
jump on it. And then all that bullshit happened.
Okay, now that makes sense.
What was the BS that happened on it?
So
Okay.
listen. It's Push and Gun. You said
Yeah,
Originally.
Push, yeah, pushing Gunna.
Push, Gun, and Pop Smoke.
Okay.
Pusha T asked Young Thug jump on it, so Thug jumps on it. Then all of a sudden, Push is gone from the record. We didn't know why. We're like, why is Push off the record? No one said anything. It's just all of a sudden Push's verse was off. The verse leaked on the internet, and everyone's saying it was a Drake diss. So we start thinking. This is before the Kendrick shit. This is what, 2 years ago? Maybe 3?
4 years ago.
Or,
No, this was 18, I think.
No.
so that's 6.
No.
Y'all just talk about old shit
No.
now, bro. Yeah.
I think that's what it's
Why are you bringing up old shit, bro?
He's trying to.
7 years old, bro.
He's trying to tie it in.
I'm trying to tie it in because when did Pop Smoke's posthumous album, executive by 50 Cent, come out?
That was like 2019.
18.
July 3rd, 2020.
Okay,
this
I was close. That was during COVID.
Okay, so mind you, this is far removed from Drake and Push getting at each other. This is far removed. Push did his thing, said what he said. Drake said what he said on Scorpion. We good. I was 18. So we get our first instance of Drake intervening. He had to. Why would Drake not want Push on the record?
Because
To
Push
be petty?
bodies his ass. Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about
Okay,
his
so now we
song.
have strike one against Lawbury. Okay?
That name
I'm
is
upset,
crazy.
so I'm going to tell UMG, please stop this. So now we're playing politics. Instead of rapping,
please?
huh?
You think he said please? You weren't there.
Take this shit out.
Yeah, bro.
It's just suspect to me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he
It's
did.
just a lot of sneaky shit.
It's sneaky shit going on.
It's
with
clearly
him.
not sneaky if you know about it in Albuquerque.
We know about it because it's
God
on
damn,
the
bro. Like, you know about it over here.
Albuquerque
There ain't nothing
last year,
sneaky
man.
about it.
It's on the
Always
internet.
last year.
Right.
It came out 5 years
But
later.
what I'm saying
bitch.
is it's not sneaky. Everybody, if everybody knows that he's behind this, like everybody in this room is able to piece this together. It's still not it's not proven,
No,
right?
no.
We're all
You're missing my
speculating
point,
here.
bro. You're missing my point.
I don't like
we
it.
didn't know that back then.
I don't like this.
Now
shit.
we know it because Push did an interview, and this is when Doug put out the little
Yeah.
on the Snapchat.
Yep.
He's like, we talking out. He said whatever he said, okay? And then
I was really looking forward to
he was like, bro, I wasn't gonna do a Young Thug impression. But
I was really looking forward to that.
he was talking spicy, bro, and he was defending Drake. So I already knew if Thug was on the live talking about Lawbury, he's defending his friend. What do you do with your friends? You defend your friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no worries. But it paints the picture to me that instead of Drake taking the L lyrically from a hip hop, he's gonna go to every avenue. Lawbury. I don't like Lawbury. And to me, it's bullshit, dog.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
I see what.
I don't like it, bro. Like, are we rapping or are we playing politicking, dog?
What's it to you, bro?
Stay woke.
Fuck does it matter to you? Stay in your lane, bro.
What's
Mind
it
your
to
own
me,
business.
bro? Let me tell you why. It's because I sit up here and we talk about hip hop on this podcast, right? And then then we get these people who want to paint these and do these smoke and mirror PR attempts to sway things their way. Drake's fine. He's got the #1 record in the fucking country, bro. What did Hov say on that? Well, he said on that record, like, up in the clouds, me and my spouse, looking down on all you peasants. Like, that's what Drake is right now. What are you worried about?
But you don't think like Jay-Z ever did nothing like that? You don't think Diddy ever did nothing like that? You don't think anybody in a
Diddy
position,
probably did.
right? You don't think
Yeah,
anybody in a
but that's
position
my
of power
point,
ever
is
used
they're-
their power to slight somebody they didn't fuck
all
with?
doing it, bro.
Yeah, they all
and they're
do.
doing
Everybody
it
does
at
it.
the detriment of the culture, my G.
How? This is not at the detriment. Nobody wants to hear Clipse anyway, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, get out
That's
of here.
underscore Grizzly. Get at this guy, bro. That's fine.
Nah, bro.
So all I want to.
But my thing. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Well, all I was gonna say from like just the beginning of this.
We good, T-Rav? Okay, good. Go ahead.
This beginning of this discussion, I feel like Clipse is only for certain people. Just like
Yeah.
it's Drake, Kendrick's the same way too. It's either you
Right.
like him or you don't. And it just when you start hearing these type of stories and you start hearing all these type of things about what's going on, if you don't really fuck with the music like that, you're not really gonna give a shit. Period. But if you do, those things matter because that's just what you're into. Like that's what you like. That's what you love. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just for the love of hip hop. Like you just want the facts. You don't want a lot of the bullshit.
All I want is that I would think hip hop. It just turned 50 a couple years ago. Like I would have thought we'd be behind this shit. Like, bro, I don't hear about the Rolling Stones politicking because the Rolling Stones want to go on tour and fucking Coldplay wants to run the same. Get out! Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Explain it to me, please. I would love to know.
You didn't hear about how there was that concert and the Rolling Stones was only supposed to be the ones to walk on the tongue, and fucking Queen went and walked on the tongue, and Rolling Stones threw a fit, fucking some crybabies and didn't want to do the show. It exists, bro. It happens. Okay.
I just feel at the end of the day,
part of the culture.
we need.
Yeah,
we
bro.
need to,
that
we
was
need
like in the 60s or 70s, bro.
To me,
it happens.
to me,
That's crazy for real.
It happens, yes, bro. Yes, it was Queen went and did the show, and it was on a part of the stage that only the Rolling Stones were supposed to be on, and It was some issue. You could look it up, bro. It was a whole issue. But yes, it exists. And so I appreciate you referencing the Rolling Stones because, yes,
Well, good.
that did happen.
What I'm saying right now for all these young artists and these people paying attention to the culture right now, do not let nobody knock you off your square. If you're going to put out an album and you're going to put out a project and there are people higher than you putting their thumb down on you, get out of these situations and work with people that could be an ally to you because there are fuck boys and fuck girls out here trying to stop your project. I dealt with it at a high level with Pap. We had so many people hating on us to put his album out. It was crazy. I'm talking about the highest people at the game at that time. They did not want to put anything out. It was like, put the thumb down, put the thumb down. That shit exists in the industry, but don't let that shit deter you. Because I guarantee when this Clipse album drops, it's obviously highly anticipated. People are very excited about it. It's gonna be a slammer, bro, and it's gonna be, in my opinion, Kendrick started this trend. Shout out to Kendrick. Kendrick started this trend of putting the circle back on what hip hop is supposed to be, at a high level on the mainstream level, and I think the Clipse are gonna follow that up as well. We need to reset this shit. All this pussy boy, fuck boy hurt shit. Like, stop, bro. You lost the battle. Stop playing politicking and get to rapping. If Drake's got a problem, pick up the mic, Lawbury. Get your ghostwriters together. Let's make it happen, baby. You good at it? Let's go. Let's go round two, baby.
He did fight back, though, you know.
He did fight
He
back.
did fight back.
That's true.
But that's the thing is that as much shit I talk about Drake in this situation, I give him a lot of props because he didn't have to dance with Kendrick, but he did. And he had a valiant fight. So we know you're capable of doing these things. Why are you not doing them? Why are you not doing them? What?
A minute of a round.
What?
Yeah.
Drake won. Drake won that shit, bro.
No, he didn't, bro.
Yeah, he won, bro. Drake won.
Push-ups, and I gave him push-ups.
Yo, push-ups was fire.
No, 'cause
Family Matters too, bro.
Family Matters was fire too.
Family Matters was fire, but it was extinguished by everything that Kendrick did that day.
Kendrick was.
Yeah,
Kendrick,
because as soon as he put Family Matters out, what did Kendrick do?
beat the ground.
Just right after that.
Oh my
So
God.
what's one of the main things we diss Drake about all the time? You just said it, ghostwriters, right?
Right.
How is it that I think this gets thrown on the rug? Kendrick had all this all planned out, like he did. I don't know. A lot of people forget about that. He had each one of these songs pre-recorded and already pre-written down.
How you know that?
I was
We know
watching
he
a couple
didn't just
things,
put
man.
that out there like that.
You guys
The
obviously.
same way you know
It's
that
like,
Drake
how
put
is
the
it- how
fucking
was it
brakes
Drake
on
was
this
going
shit.
toe-to-toe?
The same
Bro,
way, the
you
same
said
way,
this one had
the same way
everything
you
going.
know all this bullshit is happening. How you gonna question?
Hold on, time out.
It's wild.
He's like, okay, if he makes this step, I already have this.
Yes, bro.
You
You're
already
wild,
had
Hear me out.
You weren't going toe to toe.
Okay,
But
maybe.
how is your last
Maybe.
show played out like that? How can I write 5 tracks about you and I know what you're gonna do?
Exactly.
5 years in advance.
Because you
Exactly.
already thought about it. You already had time to think.
He said, I already thought it in my
Yeah.
head.
If
let me tell you something.
If you were really a battle rapper like we know M does,
Okay.
M doesn't
Say
need
that
time
shit.
to do it. No, I will go toe to toe with you.
Say that
off
shit.
the
That's
rip.
right.
That's fine.
Off the rip. If this was the other way around, bro, if this was
Hey, no, if
Drake that had written pre-recorded, you guys would be sitting here and be like,
Nah.
Drake ain't got nothing to do
I
with
don't
all
think-
this time to
no,
sit here and
stop.
just dream
That-
about
Yes,
Kendrick.
you would,
Dream
Joe.
about Kendrick
Yes, you
Lamar.
would, Joe.
Kendrick's on Drake's mind all the time. This
Look
kid
at our
does
show.
think about it, bro.
Look me in my,
Let's hear it.
look me in
Let's
my
hear it. Let's
motherfucking
hear it.
eyeballs,
Let's hear
bro.
it.
I don't give a fuck if Drake.
Look out,
Listen to me.
You lying.
Nah, because I'm gonna tell you something. Me personally, Vinny, Venom, the owner and CEO of the commission, I don't care if Kendrick wrote that shit 5 years ago. I don't care if Drake wrote that fight. It's irrelevant. The bars is what matters to me in that time frame. And let me tell you something. Aubrey decided to fight everyone else instead of Kendrick.
I don't think we should
He
be allowed to
stood
bring
up.
relatives to this
You
shit.
paid him his dues.
I don't think you should be allowed to have your relative here, man. We're gonna have to have somebody
It's not
else.
fair, man.
Yeah, this shit is not.
I'm just saying.
Everything
Bro.
you say, he's out here echoing
Nah,
and
nah,
shit
nah,
off,
nah.
off
Because-
camera, off
let me
mic.
tell-
He's like, yep, that's that shit. Yep,
He's all emphasizing.
yeah. You know, turning up your mic, turning my shit
Listen,
down, bro.
I'm gonna tell you. I've said it on this podcast, and I'll say it. I'm not the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan, so I'm not over here cheerleading Kendrick.
I can't tell. Yeah, you're making it real hard to believe, dog. Yeah.
Because
Vinny's about the craft. Vinny is
Thank
always
you,
been
Keith.
about the craft and about the bars. And I
Always.
understand that, but
always,
if-
that's
for
all
you-
that matters, bro.
This fool has hated on Drake
If
for
you're gonna
years.
go toe-to-toe, you gotta be able to go toe-to-toe with me and not just come and pre.
Did Drake go toe to toe with Kid?
He did.
Okay,
He tried.
Did
Sure
Drake
did.
go?
And he took his L.
Hey, if he had
Overseas
all
being
that
a little
stuff ready
crybaby,
to go,
I'll give you that.
if he had all that stuff ready to go, he'd probably kill him. He'd probably kill Kendrick, bro.
I think if you give
Now
him
we
the
talking
same
that
You
sports
let him-
shit. If my guy would have caught the football, we would have scored the touchdown. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Kendrick already
Get
had
fucking years, and then I release a track calling you a bitch 5 years fucking later,
Nah.
and you still a bitch. It's relevant.
True.
Yeah.
Now listen,
Give a
before
fuck,
relevant.
before
But
we move on,
information
here's
that
my
you already
thing.
had, like-
Right, but here's my point. At the end of the day,
I mean, that one.
I've said it on this podcast multiple times. I give Drake his flowers for what he does in his culture. Drake is a monument in our culture that no one could ever take away what he does. His pen game is very strong. He's great at what he does. But I think what Drake tries to do sometimes is he's like a conqueror. You know when Kendrick said, "No, you're not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer"? It hit me. It hit me very deep because that's exactly what Drake does. Instead of him sticking to his lane, he want to go to, he does the Mexican records, like the reggaeton records, and then he'll go out and do some shit with the UK rappers, and he'll do that UK twang. And he'll start taking from these different places and incorporating his own. And to me, that's the issue I have long term with Drake, is that I feel that when you want to step into that MC lane of picking up your mic and rhyming, you're already outside your league. You couldn't go toe to toe with Common. You tried over a girl, okay, over Serena. You try to go toe to toe with Meek. You got Meek, but to be fair, Drake knew what he was doing at that time. Drake knew exactly what he was doing, and he took advantage of Meek's weakness. He couldn't stand Pusha T. Got mollywopped by Pusha T.
Yep.
So think about it. What do these guys all have in common? Common's a lyricist and MC. Pusha T is an MC and lyricist, right? Kendrick is an MC and a lyricist.
You don't
Just
think
stay in
Meek-
your lane,
you
my
don't
G.
think Meek is?
Wait.
I think Meek is
So
to
he's
a
a
point,
colonizer because he's trying new shit? Is that what you're saying?
Hold up, wait,
Hold up,
wait,
wait
time
up.
out, time
You
out,
got a
time out,
Yankees
time out.
hat on. You don't play no fucking baseball.
Right.
You ain't no motherfucking mob boss, soprano shirt wearing ass motherfucker. You're a colonizer.
So what?
Yeah, you are, bro. Cut it out.
No.
I don't buy
I'm
that shit, bro. You could try new shit. You could try out new things. If
course you can.
if it's paper over here, I'm gonna go get it, bro. Why would I? Why? Yeah. If it's paper over here, why would I not go get it, bro?
No.
That's crazy.
No, what I'm saying
Colonizing my
is-
ass. He's put a lot of people on. You're tripping, bro.
He did. But what I'm saying is that where was
Drake already got the money. It's not even
that's
about
what I'm
the
saying.
Getting more money. He's getting his name out
Yes,
there. Now
absolutely. I
everybody
agree,
knows
bro.
him. Before this,
You're tripping.
before
That's not a-
Kendrick,
I don't feel like Drake
That
ain't
is
colonizing
that is
Spanish
all-
music.
that is
I mean,
all-
people Drake already.
people
like,
knew him, but I think
Not
Kendrick
everybody-
used Drake's popularity to go at him and get himself up to that level.
Exactly.
And that's cool. I mean, that's what hip hop's about. There's nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong with it.
What I'm trying to convey though is when I say colonizer, okay, what I'm saying is that you're taking and you're not reciprocating.
Yes.
You think that, oh, he put people on. What's up with that publishing? Remember when Kendrick said on Euphoria? He said,
What are you mad
what'd he
about,
say?
man?
What'd he say? I'm trying to think. He said,
He said, look at the bad
he said, show me your splits. I'll make sure I'll double back with you. You were signed to a dude that was signed to a dude that was said it was signed to that dude. Drake's splits ain't hitting. I want to see Drake's publishing to see if he really gave back to ours, but that's a different story for a different day. Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
What I'm conveying here is that I hope the Clipse come out, and I hope all the people who support the Clipse and been waiting for this album, they come out, they go support, they buy the merch. We need to give the power back to the fans to be able to support their artists directly. None of this streaming bullshit where people ain't getting paid out. No colonizing.
I agree.
Okay? And I hope that Drake this time goes away for a little while. Just go away, dog. Go away.
Yeah.
I heard Drake's putting out a new EP, right? Is that what it's called? Iceman?
Yeah. Supposedly.
I just feel at the end of the day it's coward shit. because we're all here to make money, right? There's enough money for everybody to eat.
There really is. Yes.
Okay, there really is.
I respect that.
And why, like, UMG is making money hand over fist right now because of Drake and Kendrick are both signed to the label. Kendrick's on tour, killing it. We already know what Drake and Party are gonna do on tour. We know they're gonna go out on tour this Nokia record.
Yeah.
Everyone's making money. Why are you caring about
It's not even about
somebody
the money.
less than you, bro? It's just
Like you said,
it's
he can do
counterintuitive,
it.
dog.
You can. Why not?
All right, so we talked about the
They
Pop
don't
Smoke
like
thing.
each other. Like, that's literally what it's coming down to.
I just wish it would have.
I don't like you, fuck you.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's a personal thing.
But just
it's
keep
a personal
it.
thing.
My
now.
thing is, bro, keep it
It's
on
banned.
wax, bro. Just
Yeah,
keep
it's
it on
banned.
wax, bro.
Yeah, it's
Because
been
what
years.
comes from war? What comes from war? What are the two outcomes of war that could happen? Peace or what?
Peace or
Or
war.
death?
Yeah.
Peace or death.
I'm hoping 10 years from now we get an I declare war situation where Drake and Kendrick come together and they
I don't
just
think
they
it
get on
will.
stage together.
I don't
You
think
never know, bro. You never know. All I'm
I'm
saying.
still waiting
mean,
for
if
50 in the game to come back, bro.
No,
That's
if
never
Easy and fucking,
what's the next topic we got?
That's right. Kendrick, Eminem. We already talked about Pop Smoke, right? We talked about Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Wanna talk
The push thing, yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, no, that wasn't. It's another. Nah. Well, so but in the same vein of the discussion that we're having now, they took. They had Pop was gonna release his album, right? And they took the push verse off of that because it was whatever. You were talking about a different verse, right? The Kendrick. You were talking about the Kendrick verse coming off of the Clipse album.
Yeah,
right?
so I was trying to kind of parlay what happened
Oh,
to Pop
to
5
both.
years ago
Okay.
is happening now. with-
Beautiful. Okay. All right. Next topic conversation: Kendrick versus Eminem. American Music Awards. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see that. Cenat was streaming, and
He was upset, man.
Yeah, sounds
was
like
really upset.
Yeah, and I don't know that I disagree. Right? I think he's probably because
What do you think about that?
Eminem won best. I don't think Eminem should have won.
Really?
No.
What's the award for?
I don't think Eminem
Really?
should have won. It's
Can you
best,
tell me why?
Best hip hop artist.
Entertain me, fuckers.
I think it's best hip hop artist.
Tell
Let me
me.
talk about. Let me pull it up real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead, pull it up.
Explain the 2024 that we just fucking had.
Right. Yeah. Though. Yeah. I mean, Eminem is fire. He always
We'll
will
get to
be.
it. Go ahead.
You know.
I'm gonna tell you why in a minute.
Like, M, absolutely smashed on that album.
Favorite hip hop artist and favorite hip hop album.
Okay.
Right. So favorite hip hop artist and favorite hip hop album. Right. I don't think anybody's beaten Kendrick as far as album
two?
goes
Okay.
this year, right?
this is
Or
the
artist
award,
this year,
award?
right?
How
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
has this award been around?
I don't know.
Long time. Long time.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
How long have the AMAs been around?
Been around a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I would imagine.
52 years.
Yeah.
Well, let me
Okay.
tell y'all
Money,
something.
I
baby.
didn't know that.
Give us some love.
Hey, that's why we're here. We're here to
I'm
educate.
like, I did
bro.
not know about that award. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of awards that get given out.
Okay, so let's do a quick vote right
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like with some
Now,
bullshit. Like
I
yeah,
want to
yeah, no.
parlay
It's
this by
established.
saying that the AMAs are based off of fan votes and stream votes.
Okay.
So they go.
Still.
So that just
Interesting.
sounds like a bunch
Yeah,
of
that's hard.
bullshit.
That's
Should've
hard.
won,
Yeah,
man.
that's hard to believe,
Like the
bro.
All-Star game for the NBA. Like, come on.
Hard to
You don't
believe.
think there's any behind the scenes shit happening with that being manipulated, those numbers being changed, or
For sure.
the outcomes being
Oh, of course. I mean,
well, yeah.
streaming numbers are inflated. But what I do think is that I think for these award shows, who gives a fuck? Why is Cenat upset? Like, these awards don't mean nothing. They're just a popularity contest.
Cenat hasn't
Eminem's
even
the most
been
streamed
around
artist
long enough.
in the world, bro.
You're not wrong.
I don't.
And that M
So-
album was fucking great. But
So why are we up? But
I'm not upset. I just
No, I
didn't
know
think
you're
he
not.
should have won.
No, I know.
I just
mean,
think Kendrick should have beat him.
I think for me, if I'm gonna compare GNX between a Def and Slim Shady, I'm going GNX all day.
Yeah.
I like this. I mean, I liked him the last time. I thought it was dope. But my problem with Eminem is that it's not really an issue. But he's just been around for so long that anytime he drops an album, people are gonna stream it, and they're gonna stream it at crazy numbers, bro.
Vinny.
So he's the most popular artist. Period.
I want to
So
say
that's what
something
the.
real crazy right now.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Because I don't know where this Kendrick. I don't know if you're glazing Kendrick a lot. as of late, But I just remember we had conversations in this motherfucking barbershop about you just like on one side, brother. I feel like you are glazing
What do you
Kendrick
mean?
hardcore right now.
Why? Give me an
Because
tell
I
me
don't
why.
know. I just don't remember you
why.
on Kendrick like this. before.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, this is how it always goes down, bro. Ever since I know this motherfucker, bro. Ever since I know this motherfucker. Bro, I'm not, hey, you know I love you, but ever since I known you, dog, when Drake comes up, this motherfucker's on it. Bro, bro, he's on his neck.
Because I love you, I love it. I'm glad that you're finally seeing clearly.
It's not that I think you guys forget, or maybe you're not privy to it, because I don't like to put out in public, because again, I'm behind the scenes a lot.
All right.
I put out a diss record from Pat Poose to Kendrick, saying that Kendrick was molested by his uncle on the cover of Good Kid, Mad City. I got so much flack behind the scenes for putting that record out that I've never been a Kendrick fan, because guess what I did? I did what Grizz does. I stand by my squad. If Pat's going against Kendrick, it's fuck Kendrick.
Okay, yeah, I feel that.
So mind you,
right.
now as you grow older, you start thinking back like, oh, maybe I should have gave Kendrick a chance, right? Or maybe I should have listened. Right. Same thing with Drake. I'm an open book. Hold on. I've never been a big Kendrick fan. I've told you this. I've told him that. He is the Kendrick guy right there. How many times have I told you, Trav? Kendrick's just not my cup of tea.
Every time I try to bring him up, you're like, man, I just don't like it.
Just whatever.
Like,
but guess what? When Kendrick took his opportunity and swiped at Drake, he show improved and he made me a believer.
Cool. I appreciate that.
That's it. That's all it is.
That's
You
all
can
I
call
want.
it glazing. You can call it
That's all
whatever
I
you
wanted.
want.
That's all I want. I mean, okay, glazing probably would have been a little dramatic. I'm sorry.
But what I'm saying though,
Hell no.
Hey, you had to
Don't apologize. Take no.
you ain't
just had
gotta
to use
apologize.
the term.
Hey,
You gotta use it.
Hey, this is a forum for us to talk shit, and I think at the end of the day, my position is a little bit different because, again, I'm blessed to be behind the scenes on a lot of this stuff, and I've been around for a long time where I've seen things happen, like we've talked about, where artists they don't want this person on record, they won't clear this record. It's politicking all the time, and I know it's never gonna change, but I feel it's my duty to let the fans know, and people who follow music or people invested in the hip hop, that hey, not everything as is what it seems, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of smoke and mirrors in this shit. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I feel that if we're gonna talk about the better album or who had a better year, of course Kendrick's gonna win an AMA. However, the AMAs are solely based on numbers and popularity, and no one beats Eminem, not even Kendrick, not even Drake. Speaking
on one
you
album,
got to think about too is that GNX album had. I mean, granted, you had that year before, but what GNX came out in December.
Yeah.
How much of a calendar year can you get?
Well, maybe that's what it is. I just think the awards are so stupid. And shout to Cenat. I know he's a super dope influencer. A lot of people follow him and things like that. Don't be upset, brother. Because guess what? Kendrick sweep the Grammys. And if you really want to talk about right now what award means a lot based on peers and people who are behind the scenes in the music, the Grammys have done a great job over the last few years of rebuilding of how they vote and how they give awards out. That's really what people should be paying attention to. Everything else is just a popularity contest. Like, just because Eminem's the most popular artist doesn't mean he put out the best album or he is the best rapper.
Yeah, it's all bias.
I'll buy
Bias opinion.
It's all PR, bro. At the end of the day, it's all about public relations. And, hey, shout to everybody that was nominated, because I know that I think Drake was nominated too, wasn't he? For the AMA?
I don't know. Probably.
Y'all look at me like I can't even my fucking turn my way. I can check. I can fact check and shit. I was just gonna say yeah.
I want to say another thing though before we go to the next topic. I think there's a lot of Eminem hate recently. I think over the last 10 years, I've noticed it a lot. I think it's unwarranted, and I think
who is hating on Eminem? But I mean, Snoop. I heard Snoop say some shit
I
about.
tolerate him.
Right.
I just
like.
There's his at. There's his at. No, I'm just kidding.
I just feel that, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of the Hove hate sometimes, where it's just like it's there, it's bubbling, but I feel like over the years it's like, I don't know. I think people, maybe it's the new generation, they don't feel like he belongs. I guess that's what it is, and maybe that's why Kai Cenat's like, well, my generation is Kendrick and Future.
I don't
like,
think Kai Cenat cares that much. I think it's for his view. He knows what he's doing. Like it's you know what I'm saying. Like you react with strongly.
People want to put the category of like the type of music that's come out in the last 5 years, and I seen this video of a female saying that she doesn't want to go to a club and hear Roscoe Dash or Waka Flocka anymore. She wants to hear Tyla and Afro beats, and it's like, but these songs that get played,
like
they're still good.
I love Afrobeat.
He's all right.
Well, like, but it's just like,
I get
but
what
no,
you're
he
saying.
has a point.
What are you
It's
talking
like
about?
all
Which
this
ones are good? Like Roscoe Dash?
Well, no, I'm saying like,
Or-
like just music from
Walk
I
the
don't
fuck
know,
clip, like,
different.
like
years
our
ago.
era. Yeah.
Yeah, but these
Hell
kids-
yeah, bro. You put
but
that
this
shit
new
on, I'm gonna
generation-
dance.
Exactly, but these new generations, they're like, we don't want to hear the stuff from 10 years ago. We want to hear the stuff from the last 5 years. It's more relevant, but it's like that's not really the way it is. It's just your generation is like that. But
Yeah.
if you mix it together, it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Right.
If you look at the age groups of these clubs, you know, and you think of it, it's different. You know what I mean? It's totally different. On
Yeah.
the age
It's a
groups.
different breed.
We want to hear that. We go to a club. We want to be with a bunch of grown-ups, bro. We want to listen to that type of shit. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Compared
So
to these
it's
youngsters,
different. It's
these
like,
youngsters
but what
now.
you're saying is like they're trying to get away from Eminem. It's like, but you don't understand though. You don't understand. Eminem laid a lot of foundation for a lot of these people making music, and
I just
so
think
on
like
and so forth.
I feel like M's getting the Vanilla Ice treatment now, and
For
Oh, yeah, that's
whatever
garbage.
reason,
yeah,
it's like-
I mean
That ain't cool.
And to me, like, I don't know if M was known for, you know, taking hip hop and bastardizing and all that, then cool, let's treat him like that. But like to me, he's one of the only guys pushing the pin.
I feel like
And I
everybody's
mean-
always got like that hate. It's like you're not talking about anything. Like it's not. You know,
Yeah,
there's no
but that's what
story or
Snoop said
whatever.
too. Or like, you gonna play Eminem in a club? When has anybody played Eminem in a club ever? Like,
They don't play Snoop in the club. I've never
don't.
been to the club and really heard us fucking Snoop don't make club bangers, dog.
Right.
He
Nah.
makes fucking
That's
drive-by
why, like,
music.
when people make that assessment, like, I kind of laugh it off because it's like, why is that a point of contention? Period. I mean, I get
it's
it.
a
like,
narrow-minded way of
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
putting
is.
it.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Today, most of the popular music, what the fuck is it?
Yeah.
Well, people are buying his albums, bro. They're listening
Yeah.
to his music. If he's winning awards,
If they
bro,
don't catch,
somebody's
if they
playing
don't
that
catch a
shit.
vibe,
They don't put a lot of thought. into
That's
making
what it
an
is.
album.
if they don't catch a vibe from it, it's not. There's no.
Yes.
Work.
You know what I think it is too? I've talked to T-Rap about it too, and I actually talked to my wife about it because my wife grew up like a super big Eminem fan, and she tells me a lot of the time too. She's like, when I need to go, like when she heard the last album, she was like, I have to sit with it because it's a lot to take in.
It's a slow burn.
No, it's not a slow burn per se. It's just he's so technical with the bars and the schemes and things like that that it takes a
You gotta
couple
dissect
listens
it.
to like, you know, let it marinate. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Some people's ears just ain't.
But like, I'm so used to just playing his old records that it's hard for me to get any of his new stuff. And I've talked to you about this. I'm like,
Yeah.
so I know I'm taking over here, but it's just none of his new stuff. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, I-
but like when other friends show me their music, and I'm like, all right, it's not that bad of an album. I will listen to it.
I think
I
what
will
it is
take
though is it's an unfortunate thing, and I talk about this too a lot behind the scenes with a lot of the artists that I work with who are very lyrical,
Yeah.
who are just like they want to have that pen game to the top tier. There's a way to do it where you're not losing your audience, and I think M's done a great job of not losing the audience. But I think what happens is that people go off nostalgia. Oh, I want to hear the Marshall Mathers LP. Well, if you want to hear that shit, go. It's like when Jay said, "You want my old shit? Buy my old albums." Like I'm on some new shit. M's been on some new shit.
What he
And,
said on LP2 or LP2, he's like, some chick sent me a copy of LP1.
Uh huh.
I sent that bitch back and I don't know, shit in it or something.
Eminem's insane.
It's like, don't listen to it. Like,
Yeah, no, I
if
feel
you
what you're
really
saying.
want
Yeah.
that,
I don't know,
listen to it.
but I think the thing too is it's unfortunate, but I think sometimes in hip hop, I just think we haven't grown up as a culture. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
yeah,
there's
no,
so many
yeah.
things that we don't appreciate that we hold close for some reason. Maybe it's a nostalgia thing, but we just
It's
don't.
definitely nostalgia.
We don't move forward, and that's the next thing I want to talk about, Grizz, before we get out of here is something that's going to cause a lot of more debate up in here. Next topic is Complex, right?
Yeah, we got the top 50 rappers, top 50 all time out of LA, not Cali, LA. We talked
LA.
about that earlier.
Figure that out, 'cause-
number one is no surprise, Kendrick Lamar. I don't agree with that, but whatever. Let's just go through top 10 real quick. Number one, Kendrick Lamar. Snoop Dogg, number 2. Ice Cube, number 3. Dr. Dre, number 4. Tyler, the Creator, number 5. DJ Quick, number 6. Ice-T, number 7. Be Real, number 8. Eazy-E, number 9. And then Nip is 10. So that's the top 10.
Easy was on there. Though.
Yeah. I didn't see him earlier. But yeah, I think this list is shit.
There's a lot of.
I'm not a fan. I was telling Marcus earlier, I like G Perico. He's number 48. And
That's too low for me.
yeah, I don't think he should be that low. I think G Perico's putting on for show.
Shout out to G Perico. Listen, not to cut you off. When I was in LA, this guy was driving, and I like to, he was driving. I'm just kind of looking around and things, and man, his promo game out there is insane.
His
Yeah,
last
bro.
tape that he just dropped
love
is
it, man.
crazy.
Well, he not
and,
only that, but he's
uh,
like on that. He's like on that, like he gives you the game. It's not just about right. His lyrics motivate you. Like I put that on, and I'm like, damn.
Have you heard Street Lights?
And he says it too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Straight
bro.
Lights.
All of it, bro. And so I'm like,
He's
I
a
really
shining star to me.
like G
I do
Perico,
too.
bro, a lot, and I don't think he
Yeah.
deserves to
I
be
guess what we're doing is
40.
listening
I
to
don't
that.
like. I don't think he deserves to be 48 at all. Like they got.
They got 03 at 30.
Yeah,
They got
bro.
who at 30?
Wait, where's the
03.
game?
OT, Greedo.
Where's the game at?
Game
Blue-
is
Blueface should not
10,
be on
11.
this list.
Yeah, Blueface is 50.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Game is 10. Well, I guess we'll go through the whole thing. What? So the game is 11. MC8 12. Corrupt 13. Exhibit 14. YG 15. King T 16. Schoolboy Q 17. Sugar Free 18. Dom Kennedy 19. Warren G 20.
How do you
MC
have
Ren
Warren
21.
G below Dom Kennedy? That's
Bro.
crazy, bro.
Earl Sweatshirt 22, Vince Staples 23, Draco the Ruler 24.
Draco the Ruler?
Tyga is 25, dog. I would put G Perico over Tyga, bro. You just
Yes.
said you had never even heard G Perico.
Yes, bro.
Hit the
Don't
brakes,
put
bro.
Tyga-
Chill.
Tyga, get outta
Hit the
here,
brakes,
bro.
bro. Tyga.
Tiger could be in the 30 or in the 40s.
Tyga, bro. Right. Yeah, I don't like Tyga. Doja
Sorry,
Cat
Tyga
26,
should be
Daz Dillinger 27.
Daz is kind of low.
I'm
too.
not hearing
Yeah.
someone who needs to be on that list already. Keep going, please.
Yeah, no, most def. Roddy Rich number 28, J Rock
That's too
29,
low. J-Rock's
03,
too low.
30. That's Greedo. Yo 31. What is this? I don't even know. I don't even know who this is. At 32, AC Alone.
No, I don't know who that is.
AC Long, yeah.
Yeah, see, look, okay.
Rascas 33, Dove C 34, Mers 35, Tash 36, Mac 10 37, 38 is Cam.
Wow, that's low.
39 is Fat Lip. Shit, I don't know. 40 is Coolio. 41 is The Lady of Rage. 42 is Will I Am. 43 is Absol. 44 is Everlast. 45 Evidence. 46 is King Crooked. So Crooked Eye. 47 is OGZ.
Crooked is what?
46. Right. 47 is OGZ. 48 G Perico. 49 is Blue, and then 50 is Blueface. This to me is a. You ever seen that movie with Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy? And it's,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
called
the-
You People. It's called You People.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah,
list
I've seen
was
clips of
made
it.
by Jonah Hill's character in that movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like the dude that.
And they got a podcast and they talk about music on there.
Yes, and they got the culture. They talk about the culture, right? And no disrespect, right? Like, I think we talked about this. The culture's for everybody. I agree. But I think this list seems to have been made by somebody who wanted to seem like they had.
They wanna
like
start some shit.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Either that or they. I just feel
Because
like
this
they.
is not the first
felt like they
list
knew it.
they have done for a
Fat
top
Lip.
all time.
Fat Lip, the Lady of Rage. You're gonna put the Lady of Rage. I don't even know who that is.
You don't
You
know
don't
who
know
Lady
who
of
Lady of
Rage
Rage
is?
is?
No.
Afro Plug.
Over Crooked. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't want to
She's a
hear.
baby. She's
I know who that
fucking
is.
Baby D.
I don't want to hear that shit. I
did
want to
not
hear
know
Crooked
that.
Eye.
You don't
bro.
know Baby D.
You don't
That's
know
no Baby D.
that.
You don't know Baby D.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to hear Crooked Eye, G Perico, even though Jeezy overall, that bro.
I think Absol's. You know, I'm the new head. Like Vinny said, Absol's too low. I feel like
yeah.
too low.
I mean,
Mac
everybody
10
looking for him.
for being one of the goats.
Yeah,
That's a-
Mac 10,
you know what I
Mac
mean?
10, Mac 10 is
It's
one
an
of
old
the
school
OGs,
guy.
I
bro,
can't get
for
over the
sure.
fact
J
that
Rock.
I'm pissed off.
Dom Kennedy
Listen.
is way too high. I love Dom Kennedy.
What?
Yeah, I feel
But
like
he is
Dom
way
Kennedy
too
way too
high.
high.
Dom Kennedy's not high enough.
Bro, they literally put Dom Kennedy over Warren G. Like, that to me is just disrespectful.
Warren G can go higher. I can give you that. But Dom
Golly.
Kennedy, you cannot say
I'm
that
sorry,
he's too
but
high.
Crooked Eye should be in the top 10.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
Crooked
like,
Eye
why would
kills
you
it,
not
bro.
put him in there?
I don't
Crooked
know
Eye
if
kills
this
it,
counts.
In
bro.
my list of LA, he's top 5.
Is there substance behind that? Is there saying impact or what? Is
Nah.
it
Yeah,
basis
what's the
of
criteria?
So that's
So-
the thing is, well, look it up just in case. I didn't see any criteria when I looked at the article.
Oh, okay. Well,
There's no criteria. Just
and Complex likes to do that because they don't have.
they do that. Yes.
This is not the first time they made a top all-time list for things because they even did a lot of controversy when we were in here the last time about the Mount Rushmore for LA.
Right, we had
or
done
not
that
for
too.
LA, but for the
Cali,
West Coast.
yeah.
So
Yo, Yo, that's
So hold up. I'm gonna just quote this. So putting this list together wasn't easy. LA is a transplant town, a city of dreams, which attracts aspiring artists of all kinds. So what qualifies someone as an LA rapper? For this list, it's an artist who creatively came to life in the city and reflects its ethos in their music. And by LA, we mean LA County. That's why some big names didn't make the cut. Tupac might seem like an LA rapper, but he only lived in the city for a couple of months. And although he had some big hits under Death Row's banner, he was a fully formed platinum-selling artist by the time California Love came out. The genius DOC was already making music in Dallas as part of the Fila Fresh crew before he came to LA. Meanwhile, rappers like Exhibit, Corrupt, Lady of Rage all made their names in LA's rap scene, despite the fact they didn't grow up in the city. So, spoiler alert, they are on the list. So we stuck to 3 core principles when sorting out our ranking, which is number 1 is skill as a hip hop artist. So skill was considered.
Okay.
Strength of the catalog, right? Commercial impact and lasting influence, dog. This list is, I mean,
Trash,
even against that, bro. If that's your criteria, skill as a hip hop artist, strength of the catalog, and then commercial impact, lasting influence.
these interns had a week to put this list together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Had an hour to
for
put this
real,
together,
bro.
man.
I mean,
All right,
and
listen.
then hold up. It said by skill, we mean the entire rap package, delivery, presence, pen game, and overall artistry. Since hip hop is an audio medium and we don't have access to notebooks, we didn't penalize rappers who've used ghostwriters. Right. We're also focusing strictly on rappers, so while other artists like Nate Dogg and Ty Dolla Signs are iconic LA artists, they're fundamentally singers, not rappers.
I
I
can't.
can.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
The Nate Dogg thing, because Nate Dogg has a lot of. And how did Ice Cube say it? He's like, it must be a single if Nate Dogg's on it.
Right. For real, bro.
Yeah, so
Some of the best songs out of Cali
have
are.
some holes in that.
Yeah.
I'm very upset, bro.
Blueface.
this
I
even
don't
a
think
discussion?
Blueface should be on the list at all.
Should this even be a discussion?
What?
This list, because
I mean, yeah, we gotta give it play because listen, bro. Like I think us having this conversation of artists that should be on there versus not, like we have to set apart the sharks from the fishes, bro. Why the fuck is Doja Cat in it? No disrespect to Doja Cat.
I said it
Why she
earlier.
in
I
there?
love not even big.
I know, but commercially, she's been
That's
very
all
successful.
she has. Because she's a girl that has
She
nice
rapped a
boobs.
little bit.
Yeah.
She can rap.
Oh, Doja goes, bro.
Delivery.
Nah, she goes. Nah, she could go. But
No,
I'm just
what?
saying, like,
Oh, man.
Throw this out there, bro.
Bro, so out of those criteria, the only one you can say that Nipsey had over Exhibit, because I said, my offense, I don't think Nipsey should be in the top 10.
Kelly,
I think
shut the fuck
I'm
up.
sorry, Exhibit should be in that 10 list right there. And the reason why, because you said his catalog, right? The only thing that Nipsey had over him
corrupt.
was maybe that he was more popular. I'll give it that. Maybe that.
Bro, listen.
But Exhibit has.
If
has
your
it all,
top
bro.
10, let me just, I'm gonna end this conversation because we pressed up for time. We got about 10, 11 minutes before we get out of here. If you do, I'm setting the tone right fucking now. If you don't have Exhibit, Q, Crooked,
DJ Quick.
if you don't have those 3 in your top 10, I'm sorry, like we can't even have the conversation. You don't know what LA hip hop is, nor do you know what
Thank
hip hop is.
you.
Period. I'm sorry, dog. I'll put Nipsey in there too. I think Nipsey's
I'm
impact
gonna
is
put
incredible.
Nipsey in there 'cause I'm a biased person, so
But I'm just saying, bro, like
very
Crooked Eye at 42.
Bro,
obviously I'm not gonna put him over a lot of those guys. But for me personally, I'm.
I
putting him
think
at
Nip
number 1.
Nip definitely
Top 10.
top 10. Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure. Not just because he passed or nothing like that, bro. But his victory lap was his first album. That was
him
his
10
first
years.
album, bro.
Took him 10
That's a
years
great,
to
bro.
do
That's a great. That's top to bottom
years?
bangers, bro. That's no
It's a
skips.
classic album, bro.
That's no skips, bro.
Timeless.
No
Classic.
skips.
And there's a reason why he
All
did
of
that,
his
too.
mixtapes fire, dog. Fire, and he's talking about something, bro. It's not like it ain't like
$100,
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I want real quick. I want to share a story about Nipsey before we jump. What's the last topic, Chris?
The last topic.
Yeah, what's the last thing we got on deck today?
Last thing we got. My bad, bro. I had come up out
you
of
good, you
there
good.
real quick.
So,
It was just music. What we're
our
listening
pick.
to.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool.
What
So
we're
we got a little
listening
bit of
to.
time. So, Kia, I want to share something with you because I was blessed to have quite a bit of interaction with Nip when he was in the flesh.
So jealous.
And I took my wife to a game show. This is when we first got together. We was a young couple, man. She loved the game.
You told me the story before.
Why? Number one, a game should have been in the top 10 as well.
Yeah, that shit's retarded.
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand. So Complex, whoever intern you hired over there, you might gotta get us next time. Like we will we'll take a month to put a list together that's proper and educates hip hop fans.
Why don't you guys do that?
I'm down to do it.
Hey, hold on, man. Don't let us make a list.
You know what?
Fire.
Hey, we got our own platform here. So
This
we
fool's
can do
gonna be like Kendrick Lamar, #1.
it. Okay, real quick. Before I get, hold on.
Pusha T,
Hold on,
number
wait,
2.
wait, wait.
I want to ask you because, hold on. Before I talk about the Nip situation, so you said you didn't agree with Kendrick in #1, and that's
No.
cool. Would you put him in the top 10?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Okay. I probably put him in the top 10. Yeah, most def. Yeah, I don't think he's #1 though at all.
No, I mean I'm not mad at that.
No, he can't,
mean,
bro. He's a lot of success. He's a great artist. I don't dislike him. I don't think he makes shitty music. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
he
no,
makes great music.
I just want to pick your brain
If I
because
gotta pick Kendrick Lamar or Drake, I'm gonna listen to Drake, bro.
yeah, I mean,
you know,
there's
but
nothing wrong with that. That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know you ain't gotta tell me,
I love you regardless, bro.
motherfucker. Yeah, bro.
But
anyway,
I was curious because I think in that list, I don't think I would have. Like
you
in
thought
my,
I was gonna say no, huh? You were like this fucking hating ass, bro.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't think that because you're a reasonable guy.
Yeah.
You,
Okay.
We,
well,
we've known each other a long time, so
Yeah.
we know that there's a level of sincerity there. Like you're not an idiot.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna say Kendrick
Thanks
is
for
not
that.
top 10 worthy. You just don't think
Yeah.
he's #1 worthy, and that's cool.
Right. Yeah.
In my opinion, Cube is #1.
Yes,
Like, I'm gonna put Cube #1.
Yeah. I feel
Easy.
I
I
probably
can
agree.
live with that. I can live with that. Snoop Dogg.
Alright.
I think Snoop Dogg's okay.
So I took my wife to a game show, and at the time Nipsey was being managed by a great manager named Steve Lobel. Shout out to Steve. He managed Bone Thugs when Bone Thugs at the height of their career. He actually there's a dope picture of him, Biggie, and Bone Thugs in the studio when they did Notorious Thugs.
Nice. I love that song.
So I knew Steve in and out from Slay. Long story short, I was doing a podcast. This is early. I had my own podcast. This is early. This is probably 2008, 2009. Nah, that's probably 07, 09. And I'm chopping up with Steve. We kind of catching up. He's like, oh, shit, I didn't know you lived out here, whatever. And Nipsey, at the time, he hadn't put out Hustle in the house, but he was starting to bubble a little bit on the mixtape scene. We exchanged numbers. We kicked it. I ended up meeting him. He was in Albuquerque, so we kicked it, rolled up, whatever. And we shared a dope conversation because at the time, this is after Pap left his job deal, and Nipsey would tell us all the time, like, yo, Pap's an influence to me because I've been trying to get this album out. Like, I can't believe he went through this. Like, I'm dealing with the same shit. And, you know, we trying to tell each other, like, a lot of guys in the game connect with each other, and it's kind of like a family. We're like, yo, don't let these motherfuckers knock you off your square. Keep going, find another way. And Nipsey was just always studying. So about a year after that, Slay hits me, and K-Slay was on Shape 45 at the time. He used to have these ciphers where he'd bring a bunch of artists up, and he would just throw a beat on, and there'd be 5-6 rappers in here, and they just start rhyming. Well, the cipher included Kendrick Lamar, Nipsey Hussle, and so Kendrick was named K.Dot at the time, and then it was a guy named J-Rock. Now, J-Rock was being kind of hyped up as the leader of TDE. So Nipsey was still scratching and clawing. And as the years went by, we stayed in contact. He was on my show countless times. I want to bring the archives up so I could show you guys. But we'd have fucking we'd have dope conversations on air, chopping it up. We text each other all the time. And about a month before he passed, bro, maybe 2 months before he passed, we reconnected again because he was we were trying to kind of get in with Rock Nation at the time, where Nipsey dropped his first album. He was getting a really big push for Jay and company. So we were trying to filter some things out for Rim, and we were trying to talk to the guys behind the scenes at Rock Nation. Well, the conversation came up when Nip was like, yo, I want to do a record with Pap. Cool, we have been talking about it for years. Like, all right, cool. Shout out to my dude Lefty, man. They booked the session, and it was supposed to happen the Wednesday after Nipsey passed. Nipsey passed, he gets killed, session never happens. But one thing about Nip is that he was always a student of the game. He always asked questions, but he was always about the culture first. And he wanted his music to be motivation and hustle, but he wanted to have that lasting appeal. And what hurt my heart when Nips passed No one gave a fuck about Nip before. They didn't support him. They didn't pay $100 for the mixtape. They didn't go out there and stream the music. He had so much label drama that it took him dying for people to become a fan of his. And that hurt me because he was struggling, scratching and crawling just to make a name for himself. And he did. To the real people and the real individuals who follow this shit and love this shit, Nipsey was already a legend when he came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already knew what type of person he was going to be. But he was a kind-hearted cat. He was definitely one of those real individuals who, he loved hip-hop, he loved the culture, but he also was not afraid to say, hey, look, get feedback. Hey, what could I do better? Or, hey, what can I learn from this guy, and having these conversations. And to tie it in with the West Coast list, I just remember at that time, you got to remember, Game came out in 03, 04. He was the West Coast savior. And then as we got into the 2010s, Nipsey was trying to come up. J-Rock was trying to come up. And then all of a sudden, boom, Kendrick came. Kendrick became the leader, right? So everybody has their time to shine. I just wish Nip had his flowers while he was still here. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have to come on my show, bro. You know, at the time when I was doing a podcast, like, we was moving, but we're independent. Like, we're not anybody. But he always showed love to me because he knew what we were doing behind the scenes mattered. And when you have that collective of people, you all try to support each other. You know what I'm saying? And he was just one of those guys, man. I rest in peace to him, man. And we were talking about the Marathon Burger at the top of the show. I love what his brother's doing, and I love how they're keeping the legacy alive because Nip was very impactful to a lot of people. And he, Victory Lap front to back is a classic, bro.
Well, we're about to get a Nipsey and Bino album pretty soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Dope.
We'll get a Nipsey and Bino album, and we'll get a 5-part documentary on
That's
YouTube.
dope. Nah, man. Anything that's got Nip's name attached to it, I think it's always gonna do well because I think his story just needs to be told, right?
Yeah.
And I think when this shit's all said and done, you definitely got to put Nip in that top 10. Just impact alone. I mean, he just did such a. When he was on Earth, when he was doing what he was doing, he was already a legend, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put him at 11.
Nah, fuck you. You ain't got to put him on shit. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Don't be coming up here disrespecting nobody without listening to the fucking album. So next time I ask you something,
Bryce,
He's got a beanie on in the summertime, bro. he's got some judgment issues, bro. You know what I'm saying?
damn, son.
Just kidding.
Oh.
I like you. I'm not
Nah,
just
but
kidding,
like
man.
on some real shit, man. Like I tell people all the time, it's like I don't come up here like we all got different opinions on hip hop, right? We all share different opinions, right? But I think at the end of the day, what I love is you can go in your car and be like, damn. Vinny said, what album? I want to peep it. Oh, Keith said, what album? I want to. Grizz said, what? G Perico. And it's all about sharing that music. So before we get out of here, shout out to the Hydro Bar. Real quick, name one project, either album or a song that's maybe new that you caught on to recently that you really, really enjoying. Who wants to start? I guess I'll go first because I already have it. You know what I'm saying? I listened to this album this week, and let me tell you something, man. I haven't heard too much of this kid, but Rome Street's got a new album. It's called Train Spotting, produced by Conductor Williams. Go peep that, man. That shit is tough. That's probably the first album I heard in a long time in hip-hop where it kind of got me excited to see what he does next because he impressed me a lot with this project. So Rome Streets, Train Spotting. Shout out to Conductor Williams. He's one of the best producers in the game right now. He's amazing, bro.
I'll say I'm listening to. I like 03, so I'm listening to Hella Greedy.
Okay.
But the song that I like off of there, well, there's two. It's called Kill Me, and the other one's called Devil Off Me.
All right.
That
03.
It's pretty tough.
Okay. All right. Dope. I never heard of the kid, so I'll definitely peep him.
Yeah.
T-Rap, what you got in here?
Glock.
Key Glock?
Key Glock.
Glock.
Oh, that new
Glockavelli?
album. That new album's fire.
What is it? Got Blue Devil?
Blue Devil.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, we listened to that on the way to LA. Yeah, he's got some heat, that kid.
Yeah.
That's Memphis, right?
She Ready's a good one too.
Yeah. That I think I like.
Yeah.
The almost the whole thing. Yeah, for sure.
What
That's a
about
good
you,
one. I actually got I was listening to music on YouTube and it was playing or whatever, and an ad came on. I didn't even realize it was an ad. It was just a song that was playing, which is super smart. Like somebody just put their album or their song and music video as an ad. Did you just get it as an ad? And I just thought it was another song. But it's this dude. I don't know if y'all ever even heard this fool. Zay Bang. His name is Zay Bang.
Yeah.
It's House in the Hills is the name of the single.
Fire.
Yeah,
I haven't heard that
fuck
record,
with-
but I heard of
love
him.
it, bro. Yeah. I got that shit on repeat, bro. So, yeah, I fuck with that one. So that's the one for me.
So,
yeah.
Key, who you got, man?
I'm not gonna lie. I've been bumping out Marcus. I always say his name wrong. You always tell me how you say his name. It's
Anime.
Anime. Yeah.
No, Aminier.
Anime. Okay.
Amanye.
Amine, there we go. 13
Yeah,
months of
Amine.
sunshine. I've been loving this album.
That's
He's good.
That's that weirdo rap.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a little.
One of my favorite songs off that album is "Cool About It," featuring
You don't know
Lil.
what's going on.
We'll talk about it off camera.
The crew song with Gucci Man.
Yeah. She said, "Love
Shark Lizzy.
that one or no?
Yeah, crew.
Yeah.
Gold Link made that joint.
Oh,
It's one of the biggest joints that came out that day.
Dude, you know that song. You know that song.
I don't know. I
Yes,
never
you
heard
do.
the artist.
You-
Yes, I heard it.
Okay, hold on. Time out. Just play it real quick. Just because you.
Who you got, Larry?
You know.
Honestly, I haven't been listening to anybody like.
Tori's been dropping
too
some
much.
singles too.
You can't play it. You can't play it too loud.
Like-
YouTube will kick us
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't play it.
Yeah, just wait.
Nah, wait.
Yeah, wait for a minute.
I'll say T Grizzly.
Okay.
I like T.
I love T
Grizzly.
Grizzly.
Yeah, T Grizzly.
I've been listening to
I
that
like
Big
T
Grimy.
X
Yeah, I like him for sure.
Big
He's
X
from
the
Detroit,
plug.
right?
Yeah.
Big X the plug a little bit too.
Oh yeah.
He's
Most
good.
of
Those are the guys that I like to listen to motivate me in a way, you know.
the- Yeah.
Like,
You see when he did helium, he's sucking up all the helium. His voice went. He's like, my voice can't stay like this.
Yo, episode 11, man. We out of here. The Commission Cypher. Listen, appreciate everybody tuned in. If anybody was in the chat, abuse T-Rav on social media, because I'm not sure if you guys hit us up, but if you did, we'll get to you in the comments after on demand. The show is live. If you guys missed it, it's on the page now. We'll get it clipped up and everything. We'll be back here June 14th, Saturday, live episode. I got my homie Fragile Boy coming up. This guy's he's getting a lot of ladies, man. I wanna understand how he's doing this.
Sex appeal.
I don't know what's going on, but homie makes some great music, man. So I'm excited to have him up here. He's representing 505. Yeah, he representing the 505. Fragile Boy will be up here on the 14th, but we'll see.